All right, today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to dive deep into just one single sentence. Yeah, one sentence. But this one, it's thousands of years old, it's incredibly famous, and honestly, at first glance, it's really puzzling. Our mission here is to unpack it piece by piece and figure out what it's actually trying to tell us. And here it is, Proverbs 9:10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Now, before we go any further, that phrase, the Lord, you can think of it not just as a specific deity, but as a way to describe, well, the vast, ordered, and often mysterious reality that's all around us. And this proverb claims our relationship with all of that starts with fear, which, immediately brings up a pretty big question. I mean, this is the heart of the problem, right? When we think of fear, we think of panic, anxiety, stress, all the stuff we try to avoid. So how could an emotion that we see as so negative be the first step towards something as positive and incredible as wisdom? It just feels like a total contradiction. So to figure this out, we're going to treat it like a puzzle. We're going to deconstruct it, take apart the key ideas inside this proverb, and try to understand what they meant in their original context. Let's start with the trickiest word in the whole sentence. The entire meaning of this thing really hinges on how we understand this one word, fear. And it turns out this word is carrying a lot more weight than you might think. It's not nearly as simple as just being scared. So here's the crucial difference. On one side, you have our modern idea of fear as terror, panic, dread, all that. But in the world this ancient text came from, the meaning is actually much, much closer to fear as awe. Think reverence, deep respect, a sense of humility, and even wonder when you're facing something just vast and powerful. Let's really zero in on this idea of reverence. See, it's not about being terrified for your life. It's about being humbled. It's that feeling you get when you look up at a perfectly clear night sky full of stars and you just feel how small you are in the grand scheme of things. Or when you stand in front of a giant mountain. That feeling, that is the fear this proverb is talking about. Okay, so if fear really means awe or reverence, how does that connect to wisdom? Let's look at the next part of the phrase, because it shows us how this idea builds and what role this feeling of awe really plays in the big picture. And this right here is absolutely crucial. The proverb doesn't say that awe is wisdom. No way. It says it's the beginning of it. It's the starting line. It's the prerequisite. It's the essential first step you have to take before you can even start the real journey toward wisdom. You see the logic here? It's a sequence, a clear path. You start with that feeling of humility and awe. That feeling creates the perfect mindset to actually learn something. That's the starting point. And only from that foundation can you start walking the path toward real understanding, or what the proverb calls wisdom. So, we've looked at the pieces separately. Now it's time to put the puzzle back together. With our new understanding of fear as awe and beginning as the foundation, well, the whole proverb starts to look completely different. Let's read it again, one more time. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. It doesn't sound like a contradiction anymore, does it? Instead, it sounds like a really profound insight into how we learn and grow. So, to sum it all up, the fear we're talking about is really a sense of profound awe and humility. That humility is the essential foundation, the beginning for any real learning to happen. And wisdom isn't some final destination you just arrive at. It's a journey that can only get started once you have that humble, open mindset. So why does any of this matter to us today? Because this isn't just some dusty old religious text. It's a timeless philosophy on how to learn anything. It's basically saying that to truly become wise, you first have to recognize how much you don't know. You have to approach the world with a sense of wonder and be humble enough to say, wow, there's a lot out there I don't understand yet. So I'll leave you with this question to chew on. In your own life, in your work, in your passions, where do you find that sense of awe? What is it that makes you feel humble enough to just say, I don't know the answer, but I'm ready to learn? What does the beginning of wisdom look like for you?